Shalom. Shabbat. Alma. Shalom. 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 Shabbat almost. Shalom to you. From the hills and the valleys of the wilderness to the cities and the scrapers of modernity. Everyone make way, spread the clouds, because Shabbos Kodesh is almost here. Shabbos Kodesh is already in the air. Shabbos Kodesh, we love you. Shabbos Kodesh, we want you. Shabbos Kodesh, we want to see you. Shabbos Kodesh, we want to smell you. Shabbos Kodesh, we long to hear you, to hear your soft, beautiful voice. Shabbos Kodesh, I want to touch you and feel you, see you, smell you, hear you, touch you, taste you. Shabbos Kodesh, I want to taste you. Shabbos Kodesh, we want to taste you. Shabbos Kodesh. What does Shabbos taste like? I'll tell you what Shabbos tastes like. Shabbos tastes like all the yummiest, creamiest, most well-baked salmon, I think, or cod, or like some other type of fish. It could be meat, but it would be like really cooked right, and it would be really soft and juicy, like I would say lamb, or like maybe goose. So yeah, here's your challenge. Figure out where I'm at. I'm purposely trying to not show too much, like not make it obvious. So like, where exactly am I for all you geolocators or AI tech gurus? Where am I in the world? I mean, I tagged my location as Israel, and it's pretty obvious if you know anything about me, and just, I'm in Israel. Okay, given. Unless I'm lying, but fine. I'm in Israel. That's a given. Now what? Like, I could be in a lot of places in Israel. It's pretty big, as much as it's the smaller than the size of New Jersey or whatever, or the same as New Jersey, or I don't know what, or similar to New Jersey. It's actually 32 times the state of Texas. If you take into the biblical narrative accounts of the biblical lands. I'm just kidding. I have no idea. I'm just just trolling. I like to troll. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so I guess it's that time of week. We should probably, smoke some herb, medicinal, healthy herbs that are, obviously for adults only and legal. Why make a joke out of law? We should follow the law, right? So there's a concept called Dina de Malchusa Dina. And I don't know what that means, but literally Dina is judgments or laws. De Malchusa is of the kingship, of the kingdom. And Dina are laws or judgments. It means like the rulings or the laws of the kingdom are rulings or laws. Like they're valid. Like you should follow what they tell you to do. Obviously, there's limits to that. If they say that we're our religious state law, whatever, we murder children or old people or whoever, white people, black people, yellow people, Jews, blacks, Mexicans, I don't know who you want to murder, but saying that you can't say, well, it's a halacha, dina de malchusa dina, we have to follow the law. No, there's obviously an extent to where dina de malchusa dina extends to. People say it as a blanket term that you just follow the government. I don't believe that's the case. I think dina de malchusa dina is a specific reference in regards to like monetary situations or specific monetary situations. I don't know. I didn't do all the studies. I didn't do even any of the studies, or maybe I did. I don't know. Definitely I'm lacking. Who knows what's in store for this year, by the way. 2026 is going to be lit. Yoel and Yeshiva, big question mark. Big question mark. No one knows, obviously. We're here to confuse the Satan. But no one knows. Big news for the Jews. Big news. Big news for the Jews. So many good things happened this week. You know, one big accomplishment I had this week. Can I tell you about one big accomplishment I had this week? One big accomplishment I had this week. I've been dealing with for a while this situation where someone lent me this phone that I'm using to record, which I actually really like. It's an iPhone. It's quite different than an Android. And the plus and minuses both ways. I'm scared to say for the first time in my life out loud. Not really, but almost. But I don't know. That maybe iPhone there's a certain advantage to it. But like, I don't know. It's very rough. I don't know. Because iPhone just works. Androids, I'm saying you could have bugs. It's like, iPhone just works, bro. It just works. It just works. There's no like slow this, that. It just works, bro. It just works. I mean, maybe not, maybe right. Okay. Anyways, what do we try to do? Just try to roll joints, try to talk to you, try to say clouds of Shabbos, try to do a lot of things. I had a realization this week listening to Alan Watts. Like, people listen to Alan Watts like a lot. Like, on SoundCloud, if you type in Alan Watts, people have uploaded entire lectures of Alan Watts without any music attached to it. Just the audio of him speaking, and people listen to it. And people like to listen to Alan Watts. And like, I was wondering, what is so beautiful about Alan Watts? So I think there's very obviously two parts that jump out to me. There's like mental, I don't know if you would say it's like a display of mental gymnastics, like soft mental gymnastics, acrobatics, I would say more about. I would say it's a display of mental acrobatics. It's like very beautiful. And on the other hand, like he's got a good soothing voice and range of tones and pitch and like the pace at which he speaks and the words he chooses to speak too. He's very skilled, Alan Watts. He's very cool. So I realize people don't even care what they're listening to. It's like me also, and my son too. I see the same when he's like playing his toys and listening to like YouTube shorts. I say listening to YouTube shorts because he's like watching YouTube shorts. Sometimes he'll sit there like skipping them, like watching each one and then flipping to the next one. Sometimes he'll watch each one a few times and then flip to the next one. Sometimes he'll watch the same one over and over and over and over and then eventually flip it. Sometimes he won't flip it. He'll just leave it on for hours. But I'm saying, what's he doing? I'm saying, we just want to have something in our brain, bro. We're generation 2025, bro. There's so much going on. It's like either drug me up with tranquilizers or overload me with stimulus. Nothing in between. Either I want to be tranquilized and just chill the fuck out, or overload me with stimulation, because anything in between is not healthy for me. Neither, like, I cannot handle this, like, in between, bro. Like, I'm not tranquil, but I'm not fully stimulated. I'm like half stimulated. Like, can you imagine living a half stimulated life? Can you imagine that? Like, where everything you do, you're stimulated halfway. You're halfway to getting to climax permanently in everything you do in your life. That's how I feel in regular life. Everything's half climax. So I'm telling you, like, I need to be either fully stimulated at all times, fully stimulated, or tranquilized. No stimulized, just tranquil, you know. Can't have this in between, bro. Like this in between. It's not healthy for me. Hope that's a good, solid explanation. Yo, I got so much herb from the doctors. So much, yo. Everything legal and kosher. Yo, some of this really, really good hash, bro. You've never seen such a good hash. Oh my god. And everything really yummy. Yo, creamy hash, bro. Just really good flowers. I don't know, bro. Hashem loves me. That's all I gotta say. Look at these flowers. If the camera's doing it justice. Where's this camera? I could turn the camera around here. This is some really, 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 really top quality weed. And there's the hash in there. You can see it broke into 2 parts just now when I opened it. But anyways, yo, got some of the best weed around right now. For real. It's like weed's healthy, you know. Weed's a natural herb. Like, yo, look how Shabbos Kodesh. This is to get high for Shabbos Kodesh and like just mellow and chill. Enjoy the life that God is giving me in each and every moment. Appreciate it, you know. Feel thankful for it. If God loves me and God loves you, God loves we and you and me. Got a bottle of vodka also for Shabbos. I got 3 bottles of beer and a bottle of vodka, Nemiroff, the white one. They had 4 types of Nemiroff vodka, the same one, 4 types. I got the white one. The guy couldn't explain to me. I asked him, like, yo, could you explain to me the difference in, like, the taste or something? Like, why do you have 4 types of Nemiroff? Like, I took the white one, the Kavod Shabbos Kodesh, the white, even though it's on the left side, not the right one. I don't know, some of this, you know, whatever, giving is receiving, receiving is giving. I don't know. Yo, so I took the white one, and he couldn't tell me the difference, and he was like, I don't know, it sounded like to him he thought it was a weird question, like, how am I supposed to tell you the difference? What do you mean, bro? Tell me the difference. Which one? I don't get it. Which one's easier to drink? As I told you, I said, is one of them, like, easier to drink somehow? Like, I'm sure they all taste different, and they all say on them what they are in Hebrew, and you as the, like, drinker probably know what it means and can explain to me, yeah, like, this one should be a little easier to drink than that one, or this one will taste more. If you like a wheat beer, this is a wheat vodka. The one I took, I guess, is a wheat vodka, but, like, I like wheat beer, so maybe I'll like the wheat vodka. But, like, I don't know. Customer service isn't always what you want it to be, especially in Israel. I had an incident this week where, like, the customer service, I would just say, was really garbage. Not that they were, like, overtly mean to me or, like, harassed me or anything, but they were, like, kind of rude and, like, rushy and, like, judgy and, like, not judgy, just, like, rushy and, like, not, like, any of this, like, even, they were kind of curt. Curt, I think is the word in English. C-U-R-T, curt. I don't know, bro, but, like, the food was really good at the end, and, like, I didn't have any complaints. Like, dude, like, I don't know. Customer service is an issue everywhere, I guess. But in America, even if they're faking it, a lot of places you go to can somehow they end up serving you with good customer service. I don't know how they pull it off. Do they, like, make it enjoyable working conditions? Like, I feel like even a lot of places here that do have good, enjoyable working conditions, maybe they give bad customer service because they're just part of their training. No, no, I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't know. I wonder. Maybe if you give people good working conditions, they make good customer service. Is that a thing? Have you done anything illegal yet today? you could technically do something today that is not against the Torah, but is against the Israeli government. Hi, Artem. You could do something that's technically kosher according to the Torah, but technically illegal according to the Israeli government or any other government. And what's my point with that? What's my point with that? I don't know. I had a point there. I don't know. But yeah, the Israeli government. Cool. I'm a Canadian and American, USA and Canada. Trying to get my visa in Israel here. I'm here in Israel already. I came 10 years ago. I came way more than 10 years ago, but I came 10 years ago to study here and to live here, you know. I guess I would say 15 years ago I came here for the first time, and 10 years ago I came here to live here and study here. I came here to study here 10 years ago and eventually just ended up living here. That's what happened. But I'm not an Israeli citizen. I've had like a student visa for 3 years here at one point. The rest of the time here, I've been on like the regular standard 90-day visas you get when you land at the airport. And I've overstayed it at least once, but like a good amount. Maybe more than once, maybe like twice, maybe more than that even, but I think twice even. And then they one of the times they stopped me on the way out. And they said like you overstayed. And then on the way in again, they told me like last time you overstayed. Thank God they let me in though, like, cause I had a friend who like overstayed and they wouldn't let him into the airport. He had to call like his wife's uncle, who's like the Minister of Interior, to like get him into the airport. But he had overstayed his visa. I guess he wasn't Israeli. And we didn't let him in. It's pretty wild. I wonder if it's like a thing because of how he looked, because he is Asian. He's a convert from Hong Kong. So I wonder if like race had something to do with it, or ethnicity, or whatever you would want to call it, like what he looked like, you know what I mean, his features. Because they gave him an issue and they did not give me an issue. And I know other people have overstayed their visas, of course. What do you mean? It's not like every guy that comes here for yeshiva like is so on top of his visa. Most of the time you are. Your parents are normal American parents. They make sure you're on top of your visa. Like it happens once in a while, a guy gets cracked out, doesn't have someone helping him in Israel, and he forgets what to do, and he doesn't get his visa. Of course, that happens all the time. You kidding me? Think they kick everyone out or don't let us back in? Of course they let you back in. What do you mean? Well, I got my joint rolled finally, yo. I didn't put the hash in because, like, it's more, like, complicated to prepare it, I think. I don't know. I don't usually, like, prepare the hash myself. I prefer to smoke it when I'm with friends who, like, do it and they prepare it. I know how to, and I could. Could be I've already done it in my life. Maybe even a few times. I don't know. But, like, at least not recently. I'm not the one, you know? Sometimes that happens to me in life. Something that I used to be like really good at and do all the time, I just haven't done for a while, and I forget that I ever done it in my life. It's like I have to relearn it. I don't know. Like I used to be really good with a lot of things. Like just figure it out on the move, you know. When I was like a teenager, I used to order drugs on the dark web, and I used to pay with Bitcoin. I would buy Bitcoin and use a different operating system on my computer, not like Windows. Even though it was a Windows computer, I downloaded a different operating system that was supposed to be secure and like no one could track. and I would run that operating software with a special internet browser and like anonymous accounts and buy Bitcoin and have my drugs delivered to my house and like camouflage. It would become like a package from like, or like a church, or like samples from like a flower shop, or like random fake places with my drugs concealed inside. And that's how I would get my drugs for the best prices, best quality. No one would bother me. And I had to figure this out as a teenager. I was buying Bitcoin before anyone knew what Bitcoin was, you know? I taught some friends how to do it too. I'm saying, like, I taught people what the dark web was and Bitcoin. My friends, you know? And how to access it. It's a skill. It's not just because like, oh, I might need to order mushrooms or DMT to my house. No. If you're in like, say, Iran or some other like hostile nation and internet is censored, and you don't want to just like use a VPN and hope you're okay and use your normal phone. You want to like be actually secure. Or if you're like a government agent or like a high profile person, or you're just behind enemy lines, or you're in a heavily censored area, you need to know how to access the dark web. It's a skill. You need to know how to do that. To be able to go find a computer, get the proper hardware, whatever you need, like if you need a USB stick or whatever you're going to need, if you will, and to learn how to download programs from where, how securely, how to install it and all that. How I learned was watching YouTubes, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure whatever I didn't know how to do, I just watched a YouTube tutorial for it. But what I'm saying is now, I don't know if I could do all that. I'd have to relearn it, is what I'm trying to say. You know? So same with the hash. I'm sure, for sure, I've smoked tons of hash in my life. I'm sure I used to prepare my own hash. It's been so long, I feel retarded looking at it. I don't know what to do with it. Shabbos is coming in. It's almost Shabbos. It's 3:38 here in Israel. I don't know when sunset. I'm guessing like whatever, you know, probably in the next like hour or two max. It's kind of weird because like the day just started, you know, like kind of normal day at this time. I might just be getting up or starting my day or thinking about starting my day. I might have just started my day. I might be 1 or 2 steps into my day, but it's still pretty early in the day. It's kind of crazy that it's already Shabbos on Friday. I don't know, something's off with their clocks. I'm saying if you were like just living like a Torah authentic life and you didn't know anything about the real world or whatever it's called, you know, you wouldn't really have this like, I don't know if you would have a 24-hour clock. Would you? Maybe you would. I feel like, I mean, we have 24-hour biblical clock. We do. We have 24 hours in a day and 60 minutes in an hour, but it's not 24 hours and 60 minutes like you think about it. It's different. It's called sha'is maniyos, seasonal hours or time hours. And what you do is you take the time of a day and you time it on what we call a clock with seconds, minutes, and hours. So you time it. If the total time, let's say, of the day from like, let's say, I guess it would be, let's say, sunrise to sunset, or dusk until dawn, depending on what your opinion you're following, which understanding you're following. You split that time. Let's say it's 12 hours, or in the summer it might be less than 12 hours. In the summer it might be more than 12 hours. In the winter it might be less than 12 hours. It could change on the season, but on average it's 12 hours of day, 12 hours a night, let's say. So 12 hours, about 12 hours. If the day is 12 hours, it gives you, every hour is 60 minutes, and each minute 60 seconds. Each second is what we think is a second. But there's a concept of okay, what if the day is not 12 hours exactly? It's probably never exactly 12 hours, or it's like almost never exactly 12 hours. So when it's 13 hours or 12 hours in a minute, what do you do? So you have seasonal minutes. You take the total amount of daytime and split that into 24 parts. And then a seasonal hour can be depending if it's winter or summer, if the day is shorter or longer. If it's a longer day, then each hour is going to be longer. If it's a shorter day, each hour is going to be shorter, each of the 12. So sometimes a seasonal hour can be, let's say, 58 minutes. Sometimes it could be an hour and 2 minutes. You get what I'm saying? So our clocks today was what I'm trying to say. They're not so real. And if you're living just a biblically authentic life, you don't really need a clock like that. You need a biblical clock. You need to know what, between sunrise and sunset, you could have, you could say, okay, sunrise is 6 o'clock if you want to call it that. Sunset is 6 o'clock every day. And your clocks have to match that. Your clocks have to change every day, like Harry Potter style. Every day the clocks have to change. When it's 6 o'clock today, whenever sunset is. Straight up, that's how it should be. And we should have really, really long days in the summer where in the summer, sunrise is 6 a.m., sunset is 6 p.m., and you have 12 hours of fucking day. And in the winter, it'll be really short. In the winter, it'll be again, sunrise is 6 o'clock, sunset is 6 o'clock. It's really short. And you have these really, really long nights from sunset till sunrise is going to be much longer than 12 hours. It's going to be a really long night, but it's going to be 6 till 6. And you get what I'm saying? If you gave me a clock like that, I'll wear it. By the way, it's a good invention for anyone who wants to make it. Right there, that's a product worth making. I'll show you some money on his watch, bro. It can just be an app too, bro. It changes your phone time display. I feel like, we gotta get Binyamin on here to talk these ideas through. Binyamin is my Hong Kong friend. He's just very tech savvy and can build platforms or apps or websites or all that, Hi, have a good Shabbos, everyone. Lots of love. I didn't make Kiddush yet. I should make Kiddush. Maybe we'll do another video for Kiddush, maybe with Binyamin or someone, maybe. Let's see if we could get a guest on, okay? Chaim. Shabbat shalom.